Good morning, Southside. You know, I've been going to youth camp for years as a student, as a lay leader, and even now as a pastor. And every year I get to see God's hand at work in the lives of students. He moves them into a new place in their life. And this morning I wanted to give you an opportunity to share with us, to join with us in seeing exactly some of the things that God has done.
My favorite part about church camp was when Caleb and Andrew played the guitar one night on the soccer field. A group of us were just sitting there worshiping God under scattering lightning. You could feel God's presence and it was just amazing. God did some amazing things at camp. I learned that I need to set my course on Jesus and not let anything distract me or pull me away from walking with Him. Another big thing was that I need to strengthen my prayer life. I want to be completely devoted to prayer and devoted to His Word to help me grow in my faith and stay focused on sharing the gospel with those around me.
This week at camp, I really got to see the power of God work in our youth. I got to see one kid, not from our church, but that came with us, come to Christ, and then several of our youth take up the challenge and decide to step up and be dedicated, responsible Christians.
Youth camp was amazing this year. It was very exciting. I feel like not only did He grow in the youth, He also grew in my life. The Lord worked in amazing ways. One of the opportunities I had was to share with another student that went to camp that was not a believer. I got to share my faith with him, and that was exciting for me to step out in my faith.
This week at camp, I learned how to be intentional in my faith, and it was really cool to see all these little guys. We got to do morning Bible study with them. We take them out to a prayer garden, and it was really cool to see their point of views on stuff and learn how much they look up to us. And I didn't think that was anything, and it was really awesome to think that I can actually be an influence to someone's life, even though I know how messed up I am.
This was the first year I got to go to camp with our youth, and it was an incredible week where I saw God work in their lives in many ways. The most memorable part of the week for me was seeing how God transformed one of our students, Alec, and just the reminder of the importance that prayer plays. At the beginning of the week, Alec told me that he was agnostic and was not very sure of his faith, but it was very clear that he was seeking truth. So I and several other people began to pray for him. On Tuesday night, he was engaged and he was asking deep spiritual questions. We kept praying. We asked God to move in a way that would be undeniably from Him and to speak to Alec. And He did. On Wednesday evening late, Alec put his faith in Jesus. And then on Thursday night, he got to share with our youth group the decision he had made and how awesome it had been for him to go the last 24 hours with the Holy Spirit and what a noticeable difference that had made in his life. That was so fun to see what God had done. And the rest of the week, I pretty much just sat back and watched Alec worship the Lord passionately with joy and just be thankful for what God did in his life. Prayer plays a huge role. We were encouraged to devote ourselves to prayer. Thank you for praying for our youth. Keep praying. It makes a difference.